Hello everybody, welcome back to my Photoshop tips and tricks show. We are working in Photoshop CC, and this tip is not directed to a specific person on Twitter. It actually goes out to quite a few people. I've been getting asked from a lot of people, how do you use the high pass filter? How do you use the high pass filter in your workflow? We've tried it out and we're not really crazy about the results. So I wanted to take some time and actually show you methods of how I use it. I'm actually even going to be adding another uh, method on here to show you how to get even extra effects, basically, and so you don't have that flat look. High pass filter is great. It's a subtle change. It brings out a lot of clarity. It's a little different than just regular sharpening or selective sharpening or unsharp mask. It's a subtle change. It's a definitely a nice effect to a specific image. I like it. I use it quite often. And you're going to be seeing how I'm going to apply a high pass filter to this image, this portrait. Okay? So you're not going to have this flat, soft look. You're going to have a nice depth feel and nice quality clarity. All these details are going to bump out, especially in the skin. And like I said, I'm going to actually show you how to do an added step to even further that effect and really make your picture stand out. So again, I'm going to say what I said before in my previous tutorials. I use higher amounts in my sliders and my effects because of the demo purposes. When I translate this to YouTube, it's going to be downgraded. I don't know how you guys are viewing it. I don't know what kind of monitor you're viewing it at. So I like to up my percentages on here. So normally I wouldn't use such high effects and high amounts in the sliders, but I do that for the demo. And also the best thing for you guys to do is to try this out on your own, try it on your computer, and you're going to definitely see, even though it's going to seem like a subtle change, when you see it in person, it's going to look so much better. So my advice to you is to follow this and work on a machine and actually do it yourself. But for the purposes of the demo, everything will be exaggerated a little as far as my amounts, so you guys can get an idea of how it looks. So we're going to do Command or Control J depending on if you're on a Mac or a PC. We're going to duplicate the layer. Okay, we're on a Mac here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Filter, Other, High Pass. Okay, Filter, Other, High Pass, the second one down. We're going to use 4.5 for this demo. Okay, of course you get the high pass look, but we're going to hide that by changing the blend mode. We're going to change the blend mode to overlay. Now watch this. Watch what a difference it made on this image. Okay, before, after. Even on YouTube you guys should be able to see the change. Before and after. So we had that flat, smooth look. We added the high pass filter. Now of course if you're working on a portrait and you want to use smooth silky skin with selective sharpening on the eyes and the jewelry, you definitely don't want to use this method. This is for a completely different effect. This is if you're going for that high contrasty clarity look. That's definitely what you would want to use high pass filter for. So it's not for everybody and it's not for every image. It really depends on what you want it for. But we're working non-destructively, so everything can be changed. Again, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you my secret, my added step that Mark Wallace uses when he shows this demonstration. What we're going to do is we're going to go to File and we're going to go to New. I'm sorry, we're going to go to Layer New, not File New. We're going to go to Layer New. What we're going to do is we're going to just call this Noise. That's right, I'm going to add noise to this image to give it that film quality, to give it that realistic look that it came from a film camera. It's going to give this image a lot of depth. So we're going to use noise, but what we're going to do is we're going to change the blend mode to overlay, and by doing that we're going to be able to fill with overlay neutral color 50% gray. We're going to have a lot more control over that. I'll show you that as we go along on this demo. So we're going to hit OK. Of course you don't see nothing because all it is it's a layer. Okay, it's a layer that I call noise. There's nothing applied to it. It's basically a placeholder. So we're going to add the noise now. So we're going to go to Filter. Okay, we're going to go to Noise, and we're going to add noise. Again, for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to up the noise to 5. But normally you wouldn't use a radius, you wouldn't use an amount that much. and we added noise to it now. Now look at the difference. Watch. Before, after. Before, after. Now even though we are working globally and non-selectively, you can still go in here and make specific changes. So a lot of people don't like noise on the eyes and on the mouth. They like that to be as sharp as they can. That's fine, because watch what you could do. You could just add a mask like you normally would when you're sharpening. Okay, you could take your brush. Okay, we're working on a white mask, so what does that mean? We work in a black brush, and watch, we can paint the noise out of the eyes. Same with the mouth. So we're going to remove some of that noise. So, before, after, before, after. Alright? Very cool. So that is the high pass filter with a noise effect. Definitely gives your image character. It definitely makes it stand out. We're actually going to take both of these off. This is the image that we started with, a nice, smooth flat image. Okay, this is with the high pass filter. Look what it does to the hair, the skin tones, the highlights, and then this is with noise. So it's definitely gives it character and a nice effect, especially on patterns, especially on clothes, on jewelry. It's really a nice subtle effect. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you join me again soon on my next Photoshop show. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon.